Now it's time to talk to Aira. Now, those of us who use Aira on a regular basis know how valuable the service can be. And for those of us who are blind, it is a really valuable service, Shaun, because it gives you access to those trained agents, right? Those people who can basically come along and help us in our moment of need. And that can be anywhere, anytime, not just at home.
Yeah, it happens all the time. I just took the dog out about an hour ago and there was such a loud truck noise in front of me, not moving. And I did exactly that. I called, you say agents, I say angels, and asked them what on earth is going on in front of me. And they were able to guide me around. Yeah, it's invaluable.
Anna, did you do that with the Meta Ray-Ban glasses?
I did not. No, I didn't. The battery had gone at that point, but yes, there is that option as well.
Yeah, I get it. Well, look, we're going to talk about all that, and we're also going to talk about a cool new partnership that Aira has with Walmart, and kind of proves, I think, for a lot of people how this service can be used. Because I think we talk a lot about the services, but we never really explain or give examples of how they're used. And I think today we're going to be able to do that really well with Aira. Friend of the show, back with us, Jenine Stanley from Aira. Great to have you here with your Aira Fedora today, Jenine.
Yes, I'm Fedora-less today. So
Fedora-less, wow.
Fedora-less, yes.
Oh no, what's happened?
Unfortunately.
She's in professional mode today.
That's right. That's right.
Well, it's great to have you here, and also friend of the show back with us. All the friends are here. Michael Babcock is with us again. Hey, Michael.
Hello, thanks for having me, and it's always a pleasure. I think it's been, what, a week since I've been on? Something like that.
At least, yeah.
No.
Yeah. Although it's not going to be a week till you're back, because you're going to be joining us again very soon, but we'll talk about that a bit later. But yeah, I want to focus today on Aira, and I think it's a good chance, Jenine, because we were saying off air before we came on, it's a great opportunity for people to learn about the service from the sort of ground up, right? Because we talk about these services all the time. They become words that just trip off our tongue. A lot of new listeners to our show have joined us over time, and I think they hear these words like, oh, Aira's really great, and they go, yeah, but what is Aira? So Jenine, what is Aira?
So, Aira is a visual interpreting service. And what that means is if you think about sign language interpreting for people who are deaf, this is the same for us, except it involves visual kinds of interpreting. So eyes in your pocket is a really quick way to think about it, or that sighted person who knows what they're doing to assist you anytime you need it. And when we talk about access partners, like we will here in a minute, that means that they are paying for your use of Aira. So your use of that assistance is covered.
It's funny when you say know what they're doing. And Stephen mentioned agents before, because, of course, we're video calling now, right? There's no reason you couldn't WhatsApp video call, FaceTime video call, whatever you want. Call a friend or family member and say, hey, help me out here, because they can see whatever your camera is pointing at. But the difference here with Aira, it is all about the agents, isn't it? I mean, people who are trained to, how many of us have asked a stranger, where's the door from here, or where's this building?
Over there, Shaun, over there.
Exactly right. And they will point, or they get their left and rights mixed up all the time. That's where training is so important, right?
Absolutely. And our visual interpreters, we used to call them agents, and we still slip up and call them that a lot, but our visual interpreters actually go through a lot of training and continuous training. So it's not just, you're trained and you're out there in the world. No, they go through continuous training, and they have a lot of tricks that they can do. For example, they can see your GPS position, and now they can do that when you're using the Meta Ray-Ban glasses too. So that's good. But they can also pull up store maps. They can pull up transit schedules. They can do all kinds of things while they're on the call to assist you that maybe, your average family member can't do.
Those maps make a huge difference. I used Aira extensively during CSUN. And if you've ever been to CSUN, you probably know why I used Aira extensively during CSUN. And I would say, hey, I'm at CSUN. Can you help me get to this place? And by the time I got all of that out of my mouth, the agents had the map pulled up and they were guiding me through, and it was seamless. And I am excited to play with it with the Ray-Bans this year.
Oh, yeah. And we have folders for all of these events and partners and whatnot that the agents can pull stuff from. So we try to prepare for all of these things.
Michael, tell me about some of the other ways you use Aira, of everyday use.
So I use Aira a lot for filling out forms. So forms are more accessible now than they probably have been in the past. But frankly, I don't have time to fiddle around with the forms and figure out if I'm putting stuff in the right place. So I find myself just opening the Aira desktop app in the browser and getting my form and uploading it to them and saying, hey, can you help me fill this out? Quick pro tip, get all of the information you think you need, plus a little bit extra just in case. That way everything is streamlined and you can just give them the details that they need. I use Aira a lot for navigation, especially through airports whenever I go and fly places. And I used the Ray-Bans with Aira over the summer for the first time. I think, it was at ACB. And it was an amazing experience that I can't put into words with how freeing it was to have one of my hands free, the other hand with a cane, and be able to carry my coffee while getting visual interpretation service in my ears without having to pin my phone against the cup of coffee and hold it in front of me, which I have done that as well. And then the last thing that I'll mention that I use Aira for is anything that I don't want to bother my wife with. So my wife can see, which means naturally she gets to be my first call when I need some help, and the kids are usually the second one. And so I will pull out my phone and just call Aira. I did it the other day. Don't tell anyone, but she made handmade loop blankets. So they're loop yarn, and she made them for everyone for Christmas. Well, that means they need to get washed on the delicate setting on the washer. Well, I had real laundry I had to do, none of that blanket laundry. And so I called Aira up. I'm like, hey, can you help me? But here's one of the cool things is my son is down from Alaska, and he was sleeping in the living room, and our laundry's right off of the living room. So I went in, typed a message using BSI, checked the box that says I can't talk right now, and then the Aira agent was able to just quickly give me the information I needed through my Meta Ray-Bans, so I could easily get the information, easily switch the washer over to heavy, and then do the laundry, and I didn't even have to say a word.
I'm thinking, Shaun, about you and your card issues that you've been having recently, where you've had to read your card number from your credit card or from your bank card. Now, this is something you cannot lean on a volunteer to do. You really do need to have someone on the other side that you can trust. And that is where I think Aira can be quite useful.
Oh, absolutely. With any, you're sharing some data here. Now, if it's your, washing machine interface or whatever else, then usually you don't care. But there's certain information, certain letters, maybe if you're going through your mail, that you don't want to share with absolutely anyone. There needs to be, as you said, with someone you trust. And of course, the other day I needed my card details of my debit card to pay for something. And I haven't picked up my credit or card in years. I have no idea. I've forgotten totally what the number was. But how do you read that? I mean, I tried the obvious Seeing AI, various OCRs, couldn't quite make it out because the card is quite old now and battered and faded. So that didn't work for me. So where else can you turn, really? So, you've got that trust, and that is important with Aira.
And Jenine, maybe speak a bit to that, because I think people, we're all a little bit concerned, or at least I am still concerned about privacy. I know if you're, 18 these days, you don't seem to care about privacy because you're happy to give any piece of information to the internet. But, for those of us who still are concerned about privacy and perhaps should be about sharing our data, especially with AI services, this is where that human-to-human interaction is important, but also having that security, knowing the information you're sharing remains private.
Absolutely. And we have a lot of security measures in place to make sure that your information does not leave us at all. We only use your calls for training purposes, but you can also turn that off if you want. If you say, I'm in a sensitive area, I don't want this call recorded, you can do that. Absolutely. We are HIPAA compliant for folks here in the US, where that can be something that's important with medical information or rehabilitation type information. So we have a lot of safeguards. And if you want to know about that, we're happy to provide you with some white papers on it. Just contact us.
Now, I mentioned earlier that we want to show it in action, and Aira very kindly invited us along. Well, I say us, actually Michael, to a Walmart store. That's because there aren't any Walmarts in the UK. So we thought, hang on, how's this going to work? And look, Shaun and I were very keen to get flown business class out to Florida or wherever Michael is, and go along and do that. But instead, we thought, let's just ask Michael to go along. So look, set this up for us because you went along to this Walmart store, and we'll talk a little bit about the Aira Access and the relationship in a moment. I want to show this in action. So set this up for us. Set the scene for what we're about to hear and see.
Well, there is a Walmart, totally opposite side of the United States as Florida, in Oregon, where I live, and it is about 3 blocks away from my house. So we went to that Walmart, and I opened my Aira app, and I said, hey, that's pretty cool. It's an Aira access point, because honestly, we live in a small town. You don't expect that some of these things that are going to hit national chains are actually going to apply to our little rural Coos Bay, Oregon. And so when I opened it up, it let me know, hey, access here is free. And I was able to call an Aira agent, and we were able to get connected, and they could see either through my Meta Ray Bans or through my lonely iPhone 14 Pro Max camera. All right, so I turned on Meta glasses, and we will make a call.
Hi, thanks for calling Aira. This is Diane. What would you like to do today?
Hey, Diane, I need to use the Meta Ray Ban to go find some stuff here at Walmart.
Hey, that's exciting. Let me go ahead and get a link for you. And have you used your Ray-Bans before?
I have. It's been a couple of days, so I don't know if you guys have changed the process, but I imagine you'll send me a link and I tap on that and it switches me over to WhatsApp?
You got it exactly.
Okay.
All right, let me go ahead and paste that in, and I will see you over there momentarily.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
I can see out your Meta glasses, and I see the Walmart parking lot.
Perfect. Well, that's what you should see. So we need to go find quart-size Ziploc bags.
Quart-size Ziploc bags.
And I believe we'll go into this door up here and go inside and head straight back, if I am correct.
Well, I am seeing that household and paper is all the way in the back, so I bet you're right.
Alrighty.
So let's take a look. So up ahead, you're going to have a jog to your left here. So step out to the left, the wall bends. There you go. And now continuing back to the right. And I do see one of the side entrance doors up ahead here.
Okay.
And this is a pull door.
Okay.
The control is on the right-hand side. So you're coming to it, step to your right, and there it is. So we are going to pause right here. Person stopped right in front of you. There you go. All right. So you are, if you look slightly to your left, give me about 15 degrees to the left. The way you're looking right there is an aisle to go straight back. So if we continue down that aisle, we're going to go down past, stay to the right to stay in the aisle. There you go. Oncoming car. They should, cart. Not car in the Walmart. That would be
weird. Hello.
There he is. Continuing forward. We got a person crossing. You could look a little bit to your left. Right ahead of you with a cart, just to let you know. And if you look to the right, I can see that this aisle is toilet paper and other paper products. Let me go ahead and look up quart-size Ziplocs in the app
I'll step
here.
over here so we're out of the way.
We are at, let me pull it up on the map. I love that Walmart gives us that option.
Makes it handy.
All right, so turn to your right.
Okay.
And it should be this aisle. Yep, let's go up this aisle. We've got Kleenex. We've got toilet tissue. May I see across the aisle to the left? Nope, it's not this aisle. We're going to hit the top of this aisle and take a right and go down the next one.
Okay.
So you are here at the top of the aisle, hard right. And going forward, hard right. Okay, so there we go. We've got Reynolds wrap on your right-hand side. Now we've got bags.
Okay.
Let's see, we need quart size. We've got Hefty brand quart. These are currently a rollback.
Ooh.
I can see that these are on sale for $3.14 for a package of 40.
Perfect.
Yeah, so if you reach out one of your free hands, and I can, now that one is a 20 count. If you come to your right, keep coming. There you go. That is a 40 count, and that is on sale.
Perfect. So we're gonna go and go find a cashier and check out with these. Oh, I need aluminum foil as well. I forgot about that.
All right. Well, that is right up here.
Yeah, Reynolds. I think you said right up here.
Yes, it is. Pause right here on your left. And, they've got the pre-cut every day. They've got just a regular
Just a roll is
75-foot
fine.
roll. All right, reach out to your left there and look to your left and let me confirm. All right, that one is 75 feet.
This one?
And yes, sir.
Perfect. We'll just go with that.
And when we get up to checkout, do you want a self-checkout or would you like to go to an aisle that's manned?
Self-checkout's fine. We can try that.
Great. Okay, so the first thing we have is the way it's set up is you've got a touch screen and your hand is currently
under your hand. There
so,
you go.
is she wanting to provide support?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right, you are past the obstacle.
You're amazing. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Have a good
Doors
one.
to the left.
Stay to your right here. Continue, and now when that transitions, now turn left, and we are headed to the exit. And the way you're angling, you're going towards the outdoor, which is currently open. Step one to your right, and that'll get you in line with it. There you go, opening up, and you are outside.
That's all I needed today. So thank you. I appreciate it.
It is my pleasure. I hope you have a good afternoon.
You as well. We'll talk again soon. Bye.
So, I think just a wonderful description there of how it works, and of course getting the sense of you going into the store and getting around and dealing with a lot of information audibly there, but useful information, Michael, right? Giving you that navigation information, in this case through your glasses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will say, so I did it both with the glasses and with my phone. And the glasses was hands down a lot easier. I do want to say she's probably not watching, but to the old lady that I almost tripped while I was trying to navigate with my phone and my cane, I am very sorry. Just wanted to say that out there. But yeah, it was a lot of information. It kind of was demonstrated there. I went through the self-checkout. Very first time I've ever put my hands on a self-checkout machine. Usually it's my wife who does it.
Yeah.
And the Aira agent was trying to help with that. And we had a very nice lady who came up and was like, everyone else was staring at me, trying to figure out what I was doing. And this lady just came up and she's like, here you go. Let me help you real quick. And we got everything checked out. And then we were able to just move on with no speech output on the Walmart self-checkouts. But having that flexibility to say, hey, today I want to try the self-checkout, and giving me that opportunity was amazing. And then as you heard, we went in, found what we needed, went on with my day. And then I got home and my wife said, no, I wanted the gallon size bags or something like that. So of course I got the full experience of going to the store and getting the wrong thing.
Well done.
Just like anyone else.
That's exactly how it works.
That was so cool. It's just such a perfect example for anyone, as you said, Stephen, who's, we mention Aira and these services all the time, but for anyone who's never experienced it before, I mean, that was just a fantastic example. That's exactly what it's like.
Listen, I want to, just pick up on this point with Walmart, because this is something which is something quite common with Aira now. You have these access partners. Explain that to those who don't know what that means.
So access partners are organizations. They can be corporations, they can be governments, they can be schools, whatever, and they are paying for the time that you use Aira either at their location or when you are using their product, etc. And in the case of Walmart, we have them geofenced, which means that we put a little parameter around the Walmart store that includes the sidewalk and parking lot leading up to the store. Because if you can't get in, you're not going to shop. And if you're going there, on public transit and the bus drops you off and there's a mile-long parking lot between you and the store, that's kind of an intimidating thing to have to do. So we geofence the parking lots and everything, and Walmart pays for your service to get you in those doors while you're there. They also cover Walmart.com because many of us shop online now.
I mean, it's really cool how the Aira Access partnerships work, but what I'm keen to know is how it relates to the stores themselves. When Michael went into the store, it almost felt like that agent knew exactly where Michael should go. So what information do they have access to, and is that part of the partnership as well?
Yes, it is. When we do a partnership with a store, Or, well, for example, retail places like Walmart, we talk to them about their store maps. How can our interpreters get hold of those maps so that we can help people get to what they need to get to? And also tell them about things like if I asked, are there any specials today? Then the interpreter can look that up as well. Our interpreters use the Walmart app, for example, to get to your particular store, because each store is just a tiny bit different. And so they use that app to look things up exactly in your store where you are. And they've got other tips and tricks that they use. For example, your GPS position in the parking lot, along with your camera. So access partners really, it's a mutual relationship. And in the end, Walmart wants you to spend money. And that's why they are saying, look, we're going to provide access so we can make it easier for you to spend your money with us.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the raw motive. Access is great and altruistic, but really any company, they realize that the disability market is huge. We have money, we want to spend it, and we want to spend it wisely on, products that we want at prices that we want.
Yeah, of course. Look, and so there's going to be some cynical people out there who's going to say it's only, because they want you to spend your money, which, as you say, is true. That's how business works. But also, it's funny because we were just talking about this a couple of days ago, me and my partner, about when we used to go to the supermarket back in the day when we had enough vision to do that. And we kind of miss it. Everything is, okay, it's easy to set up and do it online. Groceries now, big shop every week and just hit a button and it turns up absolutely fine. But sometimes I do miss just being able to walk around. And, and hearing Michael do it there and how easy it was, and just, I don't know, having that confidence and that reassurance of someone's there to help you out. I'd love to do that.
And
Exactly.
using Aira, it was really nice to be able to hear what was around me. There was a couple of times where I wanted to figure out a nice way to say, shut up and let me concentrate. But it was
Which you
also...
can always say, Michael. You can always tell your interpreter that.
Yeah. But it was nice knowing, hey, you're walking by the fake wine, or hey, you're walking by this. And if I changed my mind or I remembered, oh yeah, I'm supposed to pick this up, I had that flexibility versus the just go in, get what you need, and then go on. I could go walk around Walmart like any other person now and have ask, hey, can you describe the people you see? Hey, can you describe what you're seeing and the items and all that type of stuff?
And Walmart has a lot of other services that people take advantage of. There's usually a bank there. There's hair cutting and optical and hearing aids and all kinds of things there that you may not even be going in to buy groceries or, anything else, but you may be going to one of those businesses.
I do have to ask you about connection, because whenever I go inside a building, I often get cut off from Aira, or I have difficulty connecting. Is this something you deal with partners to get access to Wi-Fi so that you have a solid signal when you're in there?
We do explain to them that occasionally, in parts of their stores, especially around the freezer cases in the grocery areas, you may have some connection issues, and some partners have actually changed up their Wi-Fi a little. Walmart has generally been really good at connectivity. So if you're having connection issues at a particular Walmart, let us know, and we will try to reach out to them and see what we can do to try to improve that. But yeah, connectivity has not been a big problem at Walmart.
Yeah, you had no issues with your visit, Michael.
Nope.
There didn't seem to be any issues at all on your call.
Nope. I had one time where the video froze up, and I think that was more related to the Ray-Bans and not the connectivity issue.
Yeah.
Because I double-clicked the arm button, it went back over to the phone, which all she saw was my pocket, and then I double-clicked the arm button again, and she had video feed from the Meta Ray-Bans. So I don't think that was related to the connectivity in the store, just the Bluetooth connection. But yeah, for the most part, it worked well. And the agent was even asking me when we were going through that troubleshooting, are you connected to the Wi-Fi at Walmart? And I'm like, I didn't even know Walmart had Wi-Fi. So nope, I sure am not.
Yeah. And a lot of them have 5G Wi-Fi. So it's, it's pretty advanced Wi-Fi. So because they use their app a lot in store for customers and for the shoppers that are picking up, the delivery orders. So it's important, I think, more and more for stores to have good Wi-Fi.
Guys, it's been great being with you today. Thank you for sharing the news about Aira and Walmart and supporting us here at Double Tap to bring the story to you, and for getting Michael out there to Walmart to test this out and show us all how it works. Jenine, how can people sign up for Aira, find out more about it?
You can visit our website at aira.io, or you can call our customer care team, and that's 1-800-835-1934, or support@aira.io.
Jenine Stanley, thank you as always. Michael Babcock, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If anyone calls customer service, they can always send me gift cards for Aira. Just saying.
We do have gift cards, yes.